Hello, my name's Jack, and we're going to be talking about the BBFC. Our presentation is about the British Board of Film Classification, the BBFC. The BBFC is an independent, non-governing body that has classified films since 1912. I'll be talking about 12A certificate and what it is all about. The 12A certificate means that anyone under the age of 12 that wants to watch a film may be accompanied or advised by an adult or someone over the age of 18 is what the A stands for. Some people may think 12 and 12A are the same thing, but they are not. 12 is for DVDs and Blu-ray films, and 12A is for films in cinemas only. The content of a 12A rated film to be suitable for children aged 12 and over, and we would not recommend taking very young children to see them. Works classified in these categories may upset children 12 or contain material which many parents will find unsuitable for them.
I'm Robbie, and I'm going to be talking about violence and drugs in the 12A certification. In 12A, moderate violence is allowed but should not dwell on it and should not highlight any injuries or blood. Also, some gore is allowed but not glamorised. Some weapons also may be allowed, but if they are accessible to 12-year-olds, such as kitchen knives, baseball bats, stuff like that, should not be glamorised either. Drugs should not. Drugs should be not. Drugs should not be glamorised. Also, they should not have instructions on how to do it ever.
Hello, my name is Luke, and I'm going to be talking about horror films passed as 12A and sex in 12A films, and also the tone of 12A films. Can horror films be passed as 12A? Yes, some horror films are passed at the 12A category. Scenes such as moderate, physical, and psychological threat is permitted at 12A, as long as those disturbing sequences are not too frequent or sustained. Do 12A rated films contain sex? Sex may be briefly portrayed at 12A. Verbal sex references should not go beyond what is suitable for young teenagers. Comedy may lessen the impact of some what is suitable for young teenagers. Some impact of some moderate sex references or any innuendos, but frequent crude sex references are most unlikely to be accepted at this category by the power of the BBFC. There may be some nudity in 12A films, but the sexual nudity should only be brief and discreet. Heterosexual and homosexual sex and sex references are treated the same. The tone of a film or a DVD is the way it makes the audience feel any effect for the classification. An example of this is where a work which either has a dark or unsettling tone which could disturb the audience. Something like this will be less likely to pass as 12A, even if there is any individual issues that were considered acceptable by the BBFC guidelines. If a work is positive or reassuring, this may stop it being pushed up to a 15 film.
Hi, I'm Samson. The film that we looked into was Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2, and I will be talking about what the movie is about. Bella is enjoying her new life and new powers after the birth of her daughter Renesmee. Soon, however, their family bliss is threatened again by a new menace. Vampire Irene believes that the Collins have created an immortal child and is threatened, and a threat is revealed the vampire existence to humans. As Irene rallies the Volturi to destroy this immortal child, Bella and the Collins, together with any allies they can assemble, are prepared to fight Curious ultimate battles to protect their family. Twilight fits into the genre adventure, drama, fantasy, and romance.
Hello, I'm Max Robertson Williams, and I'll be talking about why the film Twilight Breaking 2, Breaking Dawn Part 2 was rated a 12A. Because it has various sex and violent scenes and mature themes. For example, sex scenes are brief and they only hint towards the idea of sex. For example, right at the beginning of the film, the newlyweds, they move into a new house, and Edward has given Bella a tour of the house, and they finally get to the bedroom, and vampires don't sleep, and there's a bed, and it's sort of notion to what the bed's for, and violence is also very, very brief, but feature quite a lot in the film. But it's not glorified, and it's fantasy based, and a lot of it is based with the werewolves, and 12-year-olds are deemed old enough to know werewolves don't exist, so I won't try to copy the actions of the werewolves. And if any of these were dwelled upon, it could have pushed the rating up to a 15.